Bienvenidos, everybody. Welcome back. I scared the shit out of Tambo. I could tell because I said that shit. He hit me with one of what?
Keep rolling with it.
Welcome back to another episode of Completely Consensual right here on Chipped Tooth Gaming, your weekly gaming news show. I am back, guys. I don't have chlamydia. Fuck Flowers. Fuck you, Mikey. I am your host, Compa Andres.
I never even said it.
How dare you? You still get it. To my left, we got these wonderful people. Got Cheeks_Jr.
What's up, players? Andreas is back. His chlamydia screening went well. Thankful.
Pieces of shit.
Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag blessed.
I'm
No,
glad it's gone.
don't.
I'm glad it's gone. It's a
Stop.
couple pills. I've had it
I
before.
was in
It's
Nashville. Okay. Let me introduce the one and only That Kid Flowers.
What's up, man? I'm glad you're okay.
You
Good to
don't
hear.
egg it on.
Egg
Don't-
what
the
on,
fuck?
bro?
What is this, guys? I'm gonna let
Look,
you know
he's
real
in
quick.
denial. He's in denial.
It was my buddy's birthday. It
Oh, you
was a
forgot
surprise trip.
I thought you had a screening
I
before
never
the
forget
trip.
Tambo.
The screening was before the trip, and then you left. So you can,
He
you
had a
little-
cover-up story. That's why it was so instant.
there was a little
Yes,
Tennessee thing.
He knew that we would call him on his bullshit on the podcast, so he planned a trip to Tennessee. So that way it covers up his chlamydia stringing. But it's okay.
Right there.
It came up positive. Happens. Just a couple pills. Bada bing, bada boom. You're clean. That's all that matters. Ladies,
And then
Andreas' numbers in the description below. Let him know. Hit him up. Compa Andreas is back on the market.
We're clean now.
to my last but not least, Tambo Vlogs. Tambo, what's up, man? He's giving me a peace sign. He doesn't have a mic right now.
Oh, fuck. He didn't set up.
He didn't want to set up his mic because
Oh.
he's a ghost back there. He just wants to be back there chilling,
Ooh.
drinking all the big blue by himself. That's what he's doing.
You got Big Blue?
No,
it's
I'm
great.
just
Look
saying,
how
man.
excited he got. I
Come
fucking love
on, man.
You
I
got
got
that
him
big red, because
It's
look
not,
at you,
it's
look at
not
you.
Big Blue.
it. It's
though.
good.
You know what I mean?
But you're looking good
It's
in
not
red.
the same.
It is good. It's good, but it's just it's
the
not
same.
blue. Like blue is a flavor. I don't
fuck
like the red flavor.
Red ain't a flavor.
Y'all fucking weird.
Blue.
He looks like Big
You
Red.
got, I mean, the red goes nice with what you're wearing right now. By the way, you know what I'm talking about.
I'm a little aesthetic,
Hey,
but
where'd you get that shirt from?
That's,
I
that's
like
a really
that
nice shirt right
hey,
there.
you guys want to know where I got this shirt
Where'd
from?
you get
it
that
from?
shirt from?
Check the link below for our merch. Okay, I got the new fucking what is the team shirt? All right, you got Tambo on the front. He looking a little funny, but hey, buy it anyway.
You look a little
What's
funny
that? You look a little funny.
because he does.
He look a little funny, but we funny people, so it's okay.
Oh, what about this shirt though? What is this?
Oh shit! I didn't even notice.
A Tambo vlog shirt.
You got another
live
man.
on the short store. These ones take a little bit longer to get to you, but they get to you.
He's blowing smoke in your face right now.
I
That's what
love
it
it.
looks like. He's blowing
Tambo
in your
vlogs,
face.
check it out.
Why'd you blow in your shirt?
I know. What was that sound effect?
We have some more updated shirts coming. We're updating the Completely Consensual hoodie. It's gonna have like a black outline. Like that's the only thing that's changing on the really loud hoodie that we sell.
Mhm.
And then Old's getting a second shirt. Not as retro.
Because we're gonna get sued. Yeah.
No. Well, okay, that's a whole other thing. I'll talk to you guys about that later.
Oh, you wild. Oh, you wild dog.
Not
you.
even me.
Wild.
Not even me. All right, we
I
gotta
don't
talk about that
it.
later.
Either way, guys, we're back. I'm back.
Welcome
Whole
back.
crew's back. I'm glad we're all back together. It's gonna be a good episode. Just real quick, obviously, YouTube.com/ChipToothGaming is where you can watch all our videos, past, present, couch clashes, old games, old. Just want to make sure we shout that out there. Go look. Click it, like it, share it. All those good things help us out. We appreciate that. Right before we get into the episode, because, damn, 1 week really just throws me off when it comes to like coming back here and talking. It's so weird.
It feels
Well,
weird.
a little bit.
Still drunk?
Oh, dude, whiskey's nice over there. Tennessee, guys, Nashville, it's beautiful. Apparently the #1 city for bachelorette parties. I did not know this, but it was good to know when I got there, because I was like,
I hate to report, Andres is no longer clean and he has chlamydia.
all of Nashville
Who
at this
rates
point.
that?
You know what I'm
Who
about?
rates that best fucking state to have bachelor parties? Like, who's the one
I
that
don't know,
says,
dude,
like,
but it's
this is the
country
state?
music. It's really, like, honestly, it is worth a trip for sure, though. Like, for me, food-wise is like the most
What's in
important thing.
Tennessee?
It's too white
Like,
for me.
It's just too white for you?
Yes.
That's a
country
bold
music
statement.
sucks.
What?
damn, we had the white man. saying
Country
that.
music
Wow.
is terrible.
What?
And
That's
I'll
like
tell you,
our
if you
whole
listen to
audience.
country,
Better lock them
country
doors
music,
and turn the
Lights
lights down
low.
fucking jump off a bridge.
Oh, come on.
Come on. Nah,
Where's
you're
your
stupid.
little sense of culture?
But white people don't have culture. We've gone through this before.
It's
Yeah,
right there,
country.
bro. It's,
And the culture that they do have,
It's
frankly,
Merca.
I don't want to be associated with.
It was too late. It's part of you. Okay? But no, Tennessee is just, it's actually really enjoyable, really nice. Definitely would recommend a trip out there. especially if you love like whiskey, because they have distilleries, breweries, everything out there. Mostly distilleries now is just pure whiskey trying, whiskey tasting, moonshine.
Moonshine fucks you up.
Moonshine puts
That's the
hair on
one-
your chest.
Did you
Let's
drink
That's
know
some?
the
right
one
now.
white
Of
people
course.
invention I could get behind.
Moonshine? Fucking pure alcohol, like
Fucking bathtub.
instant
Yeah.
kidney
Make 'em out of
stone.
bathtub
Shit
out there.
makes you go blind. If you
What?
drink too much, it'll make you go blind.
Is that
That's
like
a
a real
fact.
side effect?
Yes. Yes.
Shit's strong, bro.
So yeah, it's really good. I mean,
Hey,
again,
Henny
the
ain't
vibe
got
was out
nothing
there.
on it.
Take your side out.
I just real quick, man. I remember it was like 2:30 in the morning. Bars are open until 3 out there.
Thank
Corner
God.
of a bar. There's live music still playing. Dude, there was like one moment I was like, you know what? This will make the trip right here. Would recommend you guys go out there if you guys love whiskey, love beer, all that good stuff. Go out there.
Number one party city, Chlamydia.
Just walk around and say I'm
Number
black.
one-
a couple
If you want
times.
Chlamydia
chlamydia,
is-
go to Tennessee.
It's chlamydia walking down the street daily. 100%. That's gonna
not-
happen.
Not
Not
anymore.
here for it.
Andreas ain't there no more. So.
But I mean, that was my thing. That's what I was up to. What you guys been up to? I want to hear what you guys. I miss you guys.
honestly, not a whole lot. I've been doing a lot of shit for the channel just because we're gonna be switching studios. So
Yes, sir.
we got some big things planned once we're in there in terms of like launching shit. So just getting that all in line. Been playing my usual new rainbow operators.
I seen you. They announced 2 new operators, right?
2 new operators.
The-
Update. First of all, what is that bullshit? Ubisoft. With so there's an operator I use. His name's Maverick.
Uh-huh.
Fucking best operator in the
They
game.
nerfed
Right?
him?
I fucking Well, for some reason, so he has like a little claymore, right?
Okay.
And if
He's
you know
really
the answer to this,
He's
let me
really
know.
mad about this. Hold
Yeah,
on.
he has a claymore, right? So you like burn holes in like the wall, and then you can like shoot people through the wall. And normally this claymore you can set up next to like a door, so you can like lock yourself in. So if someone tries to come around,
Yeah.
like, fucking blows them up. And it still says you have the claymore equipped, but it says you have 0 from when you start the match. What the fuck is that shit?
Wait, what?
So you get 1 claymore.
Okay.
So it says that you have it, but
But-
it says 0, like you don't have it.
Oh, so there's a
But
glitch
it's coming
right
up
now.
equipped. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened. So
So
fucking
it's
sort your
probably
shit
like-
out.
so it's a bug.
Every game
It's a
is like
bug.
that. Like
Yeah, every game. It's weird.
Yeah, there's a bug
damn.
then.
It makes me mad. But been playing Rainbow. Jump back into Days Gone, trying to get the review knocked out for that. Now it's just I've been fucking trying to do shit.
Busy, yeah. Especially when you get a good game like Tom Clancy, like when you would get a game like that, you just want to keep playing.
Yeah, I know that's an issue, but that's what I've been doing.
That's cool, man. Awesome. Flowers, what you been up to, man?
me, I mean, not really a lot either. And house hunting.
Jesus Christ.
Getting ready for school. I'm doing some summer school stuff, so
Oh, you are?
getting that set up, and then just house hunting and work. Truthfully, every now and then I hop on like Mortal Kombat. Try to play a couple games.
But you got
I
priorities.
got a
right
review
now.
coming for that too soon.
You got priorities handling right now.
Yeah, I just, you know what I'm saying? I got to take care of a couple other things, but I am going to jump back into the gaming sector soon.
Nah, for sure. I think it's so weird because I came back. I didn't like. I felt like I need an itch. I was itching. I came back and I need to play my games. It's like
You played Apex, didn't you?
I played Apex when I got back, but first I was like I didn't play for like a good solid week where I didn't play anything at all.
Yeah, I saw you.
'Cause I
You
was
posted
just
something
like-
on Twitter. I saw you got carried.
Got a dub. Your boy get dubs.
Carrying-
Shout
he
out
got-
Jonas.
he
Shout
got
out
6
Christian.
kills.
He got carried.
Our boys get.
6 kills.
If you look at the damage, I got the most damage. Only by like
Carrying.
10. Okay.
It's about
I
the
played
kills, bro.
with Apex with Mikey once, right? And then I was like, I got like 800 damage. He's like, God damn, that's a lot of damage. And I'm like, that's light work.
Hey,
That's light work.
let's get on here, bro.
That's
Let's get you on
light
some
work.
Rainbow. Let's
That's
see how you
light work
fare.
damage, bro.
Let's see how you fucking
Hey,
fare on some
right.
Rainbow, you
Dude,
cocksucker.
give me a purple shield and I'm right you. Give me a purple shield. But that's what it is. I mean, Apex for sure. I was so mad because me and Flowers were talking about just doing clips of like something. If you do something cool in Apex, clip it. And
You
just
didn't
try to
save
do
it?
something. I did something pretty fucking cool, right? There's a guy using a zip line and I shot him through the air. Bam, bam,
I'm
bam.
glad you just saved
Pretty
that.
dope.
No, it's not that cool.
No, it's pretty dope.
Yeah,
He was pretty dope.
sounds a little
'Cause
pretty
it was,
normal.
It was headshot, and then I went in and I wiped the clan, wiped the squad.
Would you
Fucking
like?
swipe
But
the
then
clan.
we kept playing the whole match, right?
Okay.
And then I was like, cool, fuck, the match is over. Share. And then when I tried to go back to the clip, it happened right before it started recording. So I was like, fuck.
So did you like?
Long story short, I didn't get it. Didn't get the
I don't know
clip.
how you don't. How'd you fuck that up?
Yeah, like did you not?
It
Because
records
if-
15
when you-
minutes of gameplay.
Well, it happened in the beginning of the match, so I think that Apex match lasted like 20 minutes.
Oh, that's
So
why
you
you gotta
didn't
double
just-
click.
So
Bro, you gotta
That's why
save
you
it
gotta
right when it
double click.
happens, bro.
yeah. Huh?
You gotta do it right when it happens.
First of all, I was in the moment. Okay, I don't know if you know what that means. It's because you never get
Come
wins.
on, man. You were way too
Okay.
in there. You just gotta.
You know what I'm
hold
talking
up.
about, dude. Go house hunt, dude. Just don't talk to me.
Save.
Right now.
and then you go back to playing. Takes like 3 seconds.
I know. I totally fucked that up. That's my fault. That's my fault. But that's what it is, guys. We're back. Like I said, let's get into some gaming news.
News.
I wish Tambo. I need Tambo on the mic. I need Tambo on the mic. I miss Tambo. I need to hear his voice. I want the people to not forget how he sounds like. My boy came back from Rolling Loud, and he came back a different man's.
He was not very happy with how I woke him up today.
How do you wake him up?
I sang.
You
don't have a
mic.
mic anymore. You can't speak.
I hear Tambo in the background. He just said, bruh.
I wonder if that was. I don't know if you can hear that. That's funny.
It's okay, Tambo. That's going to be your new roommate, dude. It's all good. Get used to it.
It's going to be all right. Oh.
Let's get into something that me and Flowers. Let's get this out the way so Mikey can start. I mean, yeah, we'll get straight into it because I want Mikey to talk eventually. So
eventually.
Right now, Mikey's going to be on a Mikey minute of silence. The minute without Mikey.
Minute without Mikey.
Minute without Mikey. We're going to talk about it right now. All of a sudden, he has so much shit to say.
Yeah, let's go.
But what I want to talk about, guys, is Game of Thrones. Real quick, the number that I got real quick, looking at it, it is the most viewed of all time. It is on Sunday night, the final episode of Game of Thrones was watched by 19.3 million viewers across HBO's platform. So TV, HBO Go, HBO Now. It's a record by the network, which is amazing. So 19.3 million people watched the series finale of one of the greatest shows of all time. And
they were
a
all
lot
happy.
of people.
One of the best finales.
Mikey, it's a minute without Mikey. Shut the fuck up. Fuck up.
Keep going.
But 19.3 million people watched it, and it's coming out with a whole bunch of mixed reviews. So, real quick, I want to get Flowers. I know you love this show. We love this show.
What is it? What's the mix? It was
It
bad.
was bad? You
Give
don't
me a
like
positive
The
review.
last episode
Give me
was so
somebody
bad.
with a positive
So
review.
the last episode, what do you think about the season, though? Because
now that the season's over, I feel like I can fully
let it digest it. You
get
gotta
a whole opinion.
exactly. You gotta
The
let it
season was
sit.
trash.
Season was trash.
The season was butt cheeks.
My man.
No. The season was butt cheeks.
Why?
Why? Because everything happened too quick, and I was on board with the one episode for the Night Walker.
Yeah.
Like I was on board with that, but then
The Night King. Okay.
the next 3 episodes after the Night King, you're right. Next 3 episodes after that, it was just so bad. I was like, what are we watching, bro? Like,
yeah.
last episode, Tyrion was all like, John.
Oh yeah.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. John was all not John. Tyrion was all like, he got like captured, right? He was like, John, you have a choice, okay? You know what you have to do.
Yes.
And then John stares at him, says nothing, walks out. 20 minutes later, he stabs Daenerys. What is that? What is that? What is that?
Straight up what
Andres?
Tyrion said. Tyrion, I forget the exact quote, but Tyrion's talking about the love of duty and the duty of love or something like that.
Fuck all that.
That's very
One episode in 20
to me,
minutes.
Tyrion saved the season. Tyrion saved that last episode. If there was one glimmer of hope, it was Tyrion. Peter Dinklage was amazing. He's probably the best actor in that whole show.
Tyrion's my
100%.
favorite character. I agree.
He carried that episode for me being terrible or whatever it is. Because I have I'm mixed.
Okay, how do you feel?
I'm happy. I am okay with what it was. I love the show too much that I can't. I'm not gonna be one of those guys going out there signing a petition. Get competent writers. Get writers who know how to write that. I fucking hate that.
You could be disappointed with a fucking show or like a movie or a game, right? And not be an asshole. If you fucking sign that petition, you're a fucking asshole.
You're not a. I feel like if you signed it, you're not a fan.
This is what the creators did. This was their creators' intent. Like it, hate it.
Yeah, suck it up.
Right? But outside that, calling them incompetent, saying it was they need to rewrite,
Yeah.
blah, blah, being entitled, which we talk a lot about on this podcast, you fucking entitled fucks. Not you guys.
Not you guys who listen. Not you guys. Not you guys who are listening and watching. But
If you're listening,
you
just
guys are cool.
subscribe.
We fuck with you guys. You guys are
Okay.
good. Everybody else,
Um,
you entitled sons of bitches.
Yeah, all entitled motherfuckers. But I did like the response. He did send this, and I thought it was Flowers sent this. I thought it was hilarious. It was the writers of Game of Thrones launching a petition.
Clapback.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Had me
like
so
make
weak.
your own fucking show.
That shit had me so weak. It was
If you sign that one, I'm with you.
yeah,
I stand with you.
That was a good one.
That was pretty cool. But again, I can't get behind that. Where like I'm not that. I don't hate that show, or I didn't like the season that much
So
to be like, go get a new season. No,
So you liked the last
I
episode?
enjoyed the very last. The only thing. So again, it's a series finale. It's so hard to like wrap up this complex.
Have
of
you
a
read
story.
the books?
It's not.
No.
You
What do
didn't
you
read the
mean?
books?
Could have been a couple episodes longer. Like
No,
every
no,
other
of
You
course,
guys never
of
watched
course.
any episode.
I know, but how long are the regular seasons?
10.
Yeah.
10 episodes.
All right, and this was 6 episodes, right?
Yes.
And you said it was rushed.
I
What would fix being rushed?
Huh?
Thank you.
what
My
fix it
point
being
stands.
rushed? I mean, I believe
My point
if they
stands.
could have
What are you
had
saying?
two
It's a
more
6
seasons.
episode season.
Uh huh.
All the episodes, other seasons are 10 episodes.
Yeah.
This season felt rushed.
Well, last
What
season
would
was
fix
8.
that?
What would
Make
fix
it
the
10,
rush?
make it 10 episodes. Make it 8 episodes. Give
Yeah.
it a little more time to breathe.
No,
Give
there's
it more
still
time
too
to
much.
actually get character development. Real consequence. Again, I've never watched the fucking show, and I'm thankful. Thank God I didn't listen to
here you go.
everybody.
Here you
Thank
go.
God. Thank God I didn't listen to everybody. Oh, this is the best show ever watched. The fucking dragons are so realistic.
And it still
Jon
is.
Snow's
I
dick.
believe him.
But here's the thing.
He's hopping on that bandwagon right
No,
now.
no.
He's
But
hopping on
here's
that
the fucking
bandwagon.
thing. I'm thankful I didn't. Because here I am. I got Endgame.
You're still
The greatest conclusion to 10 years of movies, a cinematic
Mm.
universe, which is harder to do than a show. And I'm happy.
Mm.
I'm satisfied, right? And if in all honesty, 90 hours seems like a big investment. And I didn't have to invest
How
that,
many
and
hours
here
of
I am.
how many hours did you invest in Endgame?
3
Endgame
hours?
was a 3-hour movie.
Like the
Oh, the entire
Yeah.
thing? Less?
The entire,
Yeah.
the entire what?
You sure?
Of
Yes.
the whole like cinematic
100%.
series? You didn't watch the whole all of them?
No, I did.
So 22 movies is less than 90 hours.
22. Give me it.
Anyway, why
It's
you
like
do the
2 hours a movie.
Why you
Why you
do
do
the
the
minute
math?
without Mikey?
um
But no, I mean he brings up a great point of like again, if you look at a different form of media and how they did it, Endgame, right? So many movies, and then again, culmination, the ending of it of Endgame. Some people, there's still people on the mix of like how Endgame is and how Endgame like ended.
I mean that's the thing.
And
You
again,
can never
it's just
satisfy everyone. I mean,
And that's
there's always
exactly the
someone
point.
who's upset.
Exactly with Game of Thrones, you can't.
44 hours. And that's if each movie is 2 hours. So, I mean, I know a couple movies were 3 hours to like 2.5. So, like, give or take 44.
All right. Fuck you, Mikey.
Still a
Wh-
better ending.
Whatever. But and like I said, everybody's gonna be mad. Like you can't please everybody with these episodes. But I think as a whole, like season 8 was a letdown of so many people, especially the people that read the books. I didn't read the book.
Well, the
but-
book end like from book to show, I think that was over at season 6.
Yeah, so the actual show was ahead of the books.
Yeah.
But even just the development from the book, it stopped getting translated because obviously they got ahead. So like they have to, you know what I'm saying, free right off the top of the head, and you know with correlation with the actual writer. I forgot his fucking name. But
George R. Martin, or
George R. Martin.
I think it's George R. Martin, but I know it's George Martin.
Anyway,
Tambo, check it.
but
R. Martin.
it's like I heard that they had the writers of Game of Thrones, I think DB Wise and the other guy, they had got
Wolf, I think.
I think they're the writers for one of the Star Wars movies coming up, and so like speculation that they
I've
kind of
never had a bad Star Wars movie.
There's definitely future projects, actors. There's a lot of things that kind of make the reason why this season was specifically 6 episodes.
Yeah, I kind of heard.
There's a lot of factors. I mean, again, it would be George R. Say George R.
R. Martin. Yeah.
That's the thing when it comes to like book writing and then your content material and all that stuff. It's when you go past the books, everything changed a little bit for sure. And again, that's the thing. There's so many more projects. When you're with the show for this long, there's gonna be people who want to expand out and do more things. And I think that's another reason why a lot of actors were like, "Yo, this is my last season," and boom, boom, boom. That's another
That's
reason why.
money in the bank. Like, there's no
It
way
is.
if they would have made another 2 seasons, they would have for surely broke even more records than what they did. Like, there's no way. Like, this couldn't have been about money.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, though, if you stretch it another 2 more seasons, 3 more seasons, whatever, then you get that show fatigue, like The Walking Dead's in. So I definitely think
That's
there's a
with the
balance.
writing.
I definitely
No.
think there's a balance because you could have the most.
I don't think so.
I think if Breaking Bad went on for fucking 3 more seasons, it would not be looked at as high regard. And
Which is kind of another topic I want to get into, but finish it. Because I want to talk about the greatest finales, like what show to you
Okay,
was
okay.
the greatest. But no, finish your thought about that.
okay, no, but so when you stretch it out, you do get show fatigue because again, it's not a movie where it's even the most cinematic thing we can look at is like Marvel, right? Marvel Studios in terms of like 3 movies a year,
That's
right?
movies
Even
to
then,
show though, yeah.
there was a point where before they started getting good, like you were saying, which does have something to factor into writing, people were starting to get Marvel fatigue, and then it went away. But even with this show, if you had the best season ever, the best writers ever, right, you really do start to get show fatigue, and you see that with like something like Saturday Night Live, right? You see it with
I love
a ton of shows that do stretch on. Even The Walking Dead, you run out of source material. It's almost like they're doing it to make the money instead of doing it to make the story, which always ends up when you start stretching it like that. So even I think if they would have added a couple episodes, I see that probably would have help them avoid a lot of the issues and criticism that they're finding this year. And they could have still ended on a really high note, but stretch it a couple more episodes to where you can fill in that character development, fill in all that extra love that the series is known for. Yeah. Because, look, as much shit as I talk, just because I like talking shit, I'm sure it's a great show. I'm sure it's a fantastic show. I'm sure
19.3 million.
I'm sure it's a great show. I'm sure it's a great show. I'm sure there's a lot in the series that just awesome moments. Fucking whatever, the Red Wedding or whatever the fuck
you
it's
don't even
called.
know about it.
Yeah, I know, but that's the thing. It's definitely had its impact in pop culture, but I definitely think they shot themselves in the foot with the way that they did this season. They could have stretched it out, and then they could have ended on a high note, like shows like The Wire or Breaking Bad have, where it's like a phenomenal show. It does go on for a little bit, but ultimately you get a satisfying, conclusive ending. Whereas on this one, from the feedback that I'm seeing and the people who are raging on Twitter, it just they couldn't do it because they tried to cram too much into the episodes.
I disagree. We're in an era where people binge watch anything and everything. Like, of course, there's fatigue if you watch something and do something over and over again, but that's the beautiful part about it, because you can just build it up and then you can just binge it down. You know what I mean? So if they would have stretched it out another 2 seasons, of course they may would have lost a couple viewers, but definitely coming towards the last episode of those 2 seasons, they probably would have had a bigger number than what they had here. Why? Because everybody likes Game of Thrones. It was a good show. If they would have kept the writing where it was and followed the story, the problem with the last season was that so many character arcs ended like within like the first 40 minutes of the episode.
Yeah. So like what I'm saying.
And that's because
it was it was too crammed in there.
No,
it's because it was they were trying to get it out the way. Like they were trying to pretty much be done with it when like they had more material to go off of, is what I'm saying. Like they could have had way more material. The production value was definitely fucking through the roof. Like it could have been a great another season after this one.
Yeah, but then, I mean, you get what you get. I mean, to me, what happened, I feel like it's you got the plot leading the characters rather than the characters leading the plot. Like, it's all about character development. Like, one of the reasons why Breaking Bad is such an amazing, beloved series. Again, you got Walter White.
You're talking like Game of Thrones had no character development.
No, that's what I'm saying. At the end, it didn't though. At the end, it didn't.
It was supposed to have closure. There was no closure.
That's what I'm trying to say, is because the reason why Game of Thrones was so good is because the characters is what made Game of Thrones, right? So at the beginning of the series, you're learning about Starks, Targaryens, you're learning about King's Landing, all this. You're getting so much history, so much rich character. Towards the end, kind of goes out the window a little bit, and that's the reason why it's plot leading the characters rather than the character leading the plot. You get a lot more just get to the finish line, get to the finish line, get to the finish line, rather than the characters telling their own story, getting that not cool, but that's a horrible word, but you get the, the endings you want. And for me, there's only 2 satisfying, like, plot endings for Game of Thrones. I love Tyrion, love how he became the right hand, and then I love Arya, where she went like Christopher Columbus status. Hey, yo, peace out, I'm going to west of Westeros. Nobody knows what's out there.
But hear me, like,
but that's the reason why
Arya
I'm
had
saying
like damn near a whole season to herself. Like literally, like half a season was for Arya, and like we see her maybe use the skills she learned in like 1 or 2 episodes. What was all that?
It kind of just proves the point. Like it's plot. It's just plot. It's just plot leading the characters instead of the characters trying to like develop.
But you said you liked it. Like you said it summarized the story really well.
I don't know where you stand.
Me, I think it was
At
very
least he's staying
disappointing.
consistent.
I'm saying the same thing. What are you talking about?
You're just saying, well, no, you're wrong. You're wrong. It was a fucking great show. Blah, blah, blah.
The show is good. But
I love the
show. They just killed it, is what I'm saying.
So it's not good.
So season 8
is the ending part of the show, isn't it?
It is.
If you played a game, it was a great beginning of the game, and the last hour of the game is shit. Is it still a great game?
That's exactly what I was going to say to you.
I still enjoyed it, yeah.
So you're going to let Season 8 tarnish the whole of what Game of Thrones gave you? No, I'm not going to let that happen.
The experience of Game of Thrones is amazing.
Now you don't understand my point.
Experiencing that shit is a really good show. Like, if you've never watched anything, any trailers at all, nothing has been spoiled for you for Game of Thrones, which I doubt, but it's a good show if you just want to experience it for the first time.
Endgame
the ending is
up
trash.
That last hour of Endgame, it would have fucking ruined all of MCU.
Well, I'm trying to say because the way that I
don't think so.
Then where's the build up? What was the fucking whole point of it?
That's what I'm saying. But look,
what are you saying? I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're saying.
But look,
what side are you on?
Look, I like it. You enjoyed if Endgame the last like hour you said.
Let's not.
Yeah, the ending.
Endgame's too.
The ending to the 22 movies.
You go from show to movie though. We're talking about shows now.
I mean, exactly. He's trying to compare the show to the movie, which is a hard thing to do in general. But
why not?
It's just a different medium.
But why? I arguably Endgame is the most comparable to a TV show that has that expanding kind of coercion, right? In terms of the actual series. So I think that is the most accurate in terms of to compare it to, because you've had 22 movies.
And even Endgame wasn't perfect though. I mean, as much as I love Marvel, and I had Ricky talking to me in the back of my ear about how Endgame had so many plot holes.
What plot holes?
First and foremost, how is a rat going to save the universe? How is a rat going to randomly just...
That was one in the millions that Doctor Strange saw. There's another alternate timeline there where the rat doesn't, and they are all fucked and they lost. Everything has to line up. That's all explained in Doctor Strange being like, oh, there's one of the 1 in 1,000,000, whatever the fuck he says.
I remember the
directors.
I remember the directors mentioned that.
Yeah.
I think there was a video. The director's like,
the rat could have not done it.
The rat.
And it could have been some fucking kid, or it could have just been he's trapped in there forever. That's the beauty of Endgame. Is even though you think there is a plot hole, technically there's not a plot hole.
You need to have a great conversation. Either way,
I'll talk to you, Ricky. Come at me, you son of a bitch.
Ricky will have dog your shit because but then for me, I had plenty of conversations with my man Ricky. Shout out Ricky. Pie dreams. Game of Thrones, I still love it. I still enjoyed it. Did season 8 ruin the whole show for me? Of course not. No, I love Game of Thrones way too much. Could it have been better? Could have been in that? I don't know. I don't write. I'm gonna get what they give me. I'm not gonna be.
I appreciate that. We might disagree in terms. Again, I don't watch the fucking show, but then you might disagree with somebody who has watched the show and fucking hated it. But that's the beauty of it, because you see what the story that they told, and you accept it for what it is instead of trying to change what it is. It is what it is.
That's what it is, man. That's what I like.
I mean, I'm not trying to change nothing. I'm just giving my opinion. I mean, it is what it is. But like,
so opinions are
I believe
wrong.
they could have did better. But
no, you weren't doing that either. What I do find is interesting is you guys sound like a wife that was beaten for years and who's still with their husband.
Hey, look,
he's not that bad.
It's just ruined my one-time thing. Guess what? It's over. It's over now. But yeah, so speaking of like this whole, sorry, I had a burp. Series finales and all this mixture of people going up and down. I don't hate it. I don't like it. All this stuff. Top of your guys' memory. What's your guys' favorite series finale? Could be anything.
Futurama.
Could be movies. It could be, and yeah, all that.
Futurama.
Go ahead. Go into it. Why? Why was Futurama
like beautiful?
What was
I
so
think
good
Futurama
about
had like 10 or 11 seasons. The last season was great. Leela and fucking Fry got together. Beautiful story.
That's the Take My Money guy, right?
Yes.
The orange hair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Fry, the young one.
Are you really fucking with us?
I never watched Futurama.
Futurama? Great fucking show.
It's a good show.
It was random, like the first couple seasons, a little random, like, you know, randomly this, randomly that, but then like it becomes a story in there.
Yeah, no, like I said, I'm not dogging on it. I
get confused because of how like it took a break, right? Like Futurama took a break of like it had several seasons out and then it got like canceled in a way or some shit.
I mean, it takes a year to really make an episode of Futurama, so like it really, I can understand.
I just remember there's differences.
A year
to make a season.
Yeah, the production value for Futurama
for an episode.
For a season.
Yeah, for an episode. That I think it said 9 months. I was reading an article about it. It takes like 9 months to make one episode of Futurama. So, imagine.
How are they making money?
That's why they stopped.
They don't.
Yeah, that makes sense. Makes
Probably the
sense.
reason why they stopped and said, "Hey, let's wait till the technology."
Holy
gets
I mean,
better."
they were 10 seasons deep, so
That's a lot. Of
time to move on to
What about
something
you?
new.
Guys, you got one on top of your head?
A couple that come to my mind.
Go ahead.
One I will stand by till this day.
Which one?
It was a great fucking season finale. It was the season finale of Seinfeld. Now everybody, this goes
They
down.
went to jail.
This goes down as one
They
of
went
the
to
worst
fucking.
season finale, and even Jason Alexander, who played George in it, tweeted out
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I've been my part in I've had my fair share of like bad season finales, blah blah blah, whatever it is, right?"
Yeah.
No, that season, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with them going to jail because that's exactly what they deserve. Like Seinfeld, like the
So it's a
characters
weird
in Seinfeld
satisfaction.
are fucking deplorables, right? And then it all
So-
comes full circle with the conversation about like the button. Like, is that button high? What do you mean? Blah 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 blah.
The way it
Haven't
is.
we had this conversation before? It was the first conversation they had in the first episode. The first conversation they had, first episode, first season, and it was just beautiful. Like that was the writer saying, "We're out of shit to say. We're out of shit. Like shit.
The
shit
jokes
to
are
tell.
done.
Yeah, the jokes are done. We have no more material, right? And I loved it. I loved how they brought back like characters
That's
from
the
the
reason
season
why. That's the
going
one
back
thing
in.
I like.
No, it wasn't just that though. It
For
was
me,
like,
that was like the one thing I liked. Because they're in trial and then they
like
go.
the way
the
they
soup
went
guy.
to trial, like it was it was the most Seinfeld thing. The way that they ended up going to jail was that they saw a fat guy get robbed. They stood there, they recorded it, and they made fun of him for getting robbed. And then they went to jail on a Good Samaritan law. And it was just like it was Larry David at his fucking best.
Yeah.
Like that season finale, I know everybody loves to shit on it, especially at the time, but I still stand by that season finale. Like I think they ended that show perfectly, exactly a way a Seinfeld
Should have been.
Yeah,
It's
should
so weird.
have
Seinfeld,
been.
I wouldn't have thought you go like that far back.
Yeah, no, it's fucking
I went far
phenomenal.
back.
I was obsessed with Seinfeld, dog. I have all the seasons. I was obsessed,
It's on. It's
and
on,
I was
it's
like,
on Hulu,
I was like
dude.
a, I was
It's on
like,
Hulu.
I was like a elementary school kid who was
I like-
obsessed with
Watch the
Seinfeld.
reruns, dude. Let's watch the reruns.
I like Martin too, the season finale.
Martin was good. Yeah.
But Martin just has a special place in my heart. It's
Yeah,
different. I didn't
sure.
like. I didn't want Martin to end. So like, I'm a little salty about that in general.
It had to though, because he started doing movies, right?
So I'll run through a couple. Because
ahead, no,
there's
no.
a couple who
There's a
really
couple
stand
that
out
I
to me.
got.
Newsroom, phenomenal. It was an HBO show.
Oh, with Jeff Daniels.
Yeah, Jeff Daniels. He was the lead of it. The way that they wrapped that up, I mean, I wish it was a longer series, but I had it was one of those things where I didn't get burnt out. They left me wanting more, and even though I was like, fuck, I wish they would have kept going with it.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Sounds
one of
like
those
Game of
things
Thrones.
where like I started like tearing up, and like it was just a perfect final season.
Oh, you bitch.
Where it was like perfect. A third one where it's like another one like Seinfeld where everybody's like, like what the fuck was that finale? I think they wrapped it up really well. Was that 70s show? That 70s show I think had a very good season finale, just in terms of that, like Kelso
The
got
way-
brought back, right? And then it's like they count down to the
New Year.
yeah,
the new
the new. I don't know what they
Decade.
century, yeah,
new
decade. I don't know.
Decade.
The
It's
80s, right?
The 80s.
I
Yeah,
never watched it.
It fucking great one.
That was good. Yeah, I
And
like those.
And probably my least favorite on the spectrum, and then my last one, just because I'm such a sitcom fan, it's weird. The King of Queens.
How the fuck did that
Oh.
end? Please tell me how that ended, because I don't know how.
You know, so they
Did she go to
adopted a kid. It was a
Scientology?
2-part. No,
Did she
she's
go to
out of it now.
Scientology?
All right?
Like, is
Son
that
of a
what
bitch.
happened?
No, so they ended that one. They adopted a kid, because they didn't have kids throughout the whole thing, and they're like, I'm sorry, you want it. Their marriage starts falling apart. They get basically almost divorced, essentially, and then
No
they
more.
realized that it was just like a kid that was missing, and they needed something more in their life. Blah blah blah. There's like just a lot of tugging between
Yeah.
the characters, and like these are characters that you were like, fuck, I'm so invested in. It was such a good tug of war between like, fuck, I really don't want them to break up. There was just one of those like TV
Yeah.
relationships where like, why is it going bad?
Ross
Why
and
is
Rachel?
it souring? Why is it but like that's the thing. They were already together, and you were so invested in the relationship, and they started breaking up, and then it was falling apart, and then finally at the end it just comes together, and it's happily ever after. And then he's like, look, it was great. And Arthur, fucking great character on there. I liked his arc at the
Really
end there
loves
too.
this shit.
Yeah. So
I think
those were the
I'm
ones.
thinking about it because sitcoms are actually really good when it comes to it. Because on top of my head, I have about 4 shows that I really like that had series finales. I'm gonna bring it back to Scrubs.
Yes, I was hoping you would say it.
Scrubs had a
Scrubs did have
really,
a
really
fantastic
good
run.
series finale. How it ended and wrapped it up.
But
Parks
since that
and-
9th season, they fucked up on that.
Scrubs. No, there's only 8
Yeah,
seasons.
yeah, there's only 8 seasons. Thank you.
Shut the
They
fuck
should
up.
have ended it on that, but thank fucking God that season finale was so worried about it when I was watching it. Perfect.
Beautiful. It was
Chef's
very,
kiss.
and I think that's the reason why I like those season finales. I want that happy ending. Sitcoms gave me these happy ending kind of scenes finales that I always want. So looking at season finales that I'm like, they're not sitcoms, and I'm like, it's not a happy ending. What the fuck, guys? It's not a happy ending. It puts me in some type of way. So Scrubs for sure is on my list. Parks and Rec is another one that I really, really love. So Parks and Rec, the way they ended it, really awesome.
I actually haven't watched all this season.
I heard Parks and Rec is really good.
Parks and Rec is really good. It's like
very good.
for me, it's The Office, Parks and Rec.
Did you like The Office?
Office
Not the
was
series
fucking
finale.
Great.
Not the season finale.
Not the
Honestly,
series
no,
finale.
I got to
season
like
finale.
season 4 of The Office and just
Once
stopped
Michael
watching.
Scott,
Wasn't
once
funny
Michael
anymore.
Scott left, I'm like, bro.
It wasn't even that Michael Scott left. I just didn't like the story. Like I liked how it
The
was
fuck did
random.
you say?
I liked how it was random.
You should
Like
have-
the Jim and
Hey,
Pam
mute his
relationship,
ass.
that was cool.
He said he
but
don't like The Office. You mute him for like next fucking minute.
it's not that I didn't like it.
You
It's just I didn't like it became a story. Like I don't really care for the characters that much. Like just so much more funny shit in The Office. Like why do I care about the houses they're buying? Like I don't care.
Do you watch Jim and Pam's wedding?
Exactly.
Here he comes in with the shoebox,
what
the
the fuck?
tissue boxes on his feet. God damn, Office is so good. I can
Office
talk
is
about
so
fucking
good.
serious finales all day.
So that's the thing,
Yeah.
right? So those
Can't
two
relate.
things, and then two of them that I don't really expect. Two of them that are just kind of that I also like. Breaking Bad has to be there.
Boo.
Boo.
I haven't watched it.
It's a really good fucking show.
What'd you say?
Breaking Bad.
Oh,
Breaking Bad's on
Nope.
that list of. You haven't watched it, dude.
I haven't watched
Nope.
it either.
I'm just like you when you talk to Mikey. Like you don't have even seen it. Shut up.
Nope.
And then another show that I was really
Nope.
invested in, for a long time, Sons of Anarchy.
Nope.
Sons of Anarchy. I love the show, but again, that season finale of not having a happy ending, I'm like, what the fuck? But at the end of the day, I can't complain of what the creators give me. I just get what they give me, and then I enjoy it. So it was really, really good.
It reminds me of Mass Effect when everybody had this great hysteria on Mass Effect 3's ending.
Mass Effect, what are you talking about?
Mass Effect, like in the video
We
in
talking
video
about?
games.
We talking about
This
it?
is a video game show,
Okay, no,
right?
it's a video game show. I was like, what show is this? I never heard of this.
No, Mass Effect 3. There's an ending, and everybody threw a fucking fit about it
Oh,
because
the
it
three?
was the wrap it
Yeah.
up. And people
Cool.
were like doing the same bullshit. It was
Yeah.
petitioning, get it to change. I can't believe you I can't believe you guys told the story you wanted to tell the way you wanted to tell it. Blah 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 blah. It was one of those things where you just go back to like, just enjoy what they give you, and if you don't like it, just don't buy the next game.
You should have
And those
stopped.
same people bought Andromeda. What did we learn?
Don't
What did we
buy
learn?
Andromeda.
Just don't fucking buy the game after you don't speak with your wallet. The next show those writers work on it, don't watch that show.
Don't fucking.
But here's the thing: if they came out and they were like, "Oh, Game of Thrones, fucking Dragon Returns sequel, like spin-off show," people
How
would fucking
dare
watch
you?
it. People would fucking watch it. Speak with your wallet.
There is gonna be a spinoff.
Speak with your wallet. If you didn't like that, don't watch that. But you have no will.
But that's
The
hard to
fucking
do.
people out there who complain about shit and sign petitions have no fucking will because they won't speak with their wallet. They won't say shit. They'll continue watching the crap.
entitled
and then
bitches.
when-
these entitled
exactly,
sons of
and when
motherfuckers.
you
But
keep
what if it's a
getting
Netflix or something
dissatisfied
original?
and
What
dissatisfied,
do you do with
If
your
you want your own
with your
ending,
wallet?
just don't watch
do
it.
those fucking
They
Bear
cancel
Grylls.
Netflix shows.
Choose your own
Oh, that's
adventure.
true.
So that's the thing. Speak with your fucking wallet. If you don't like something, fucking that's fine. You're fine. You're very entitled to your opinion. That's perfectly okay if you don't like something. Now, when they launch fucking Game of Thrones fucking 2, the spinoff,
Just
fucking,
put it
are you gonna watch it? Yeah, you're gonna watch it
I'm
because
gonna
you have
watch
no
it.
will.
I'm gonna watch it.
Oof. Words with meaning behind them.
Damn.
Is that everybody's
I agree.
series finales?
I mean, I want to know what these guys. So if you're
Martin was
watching,
a
if you're
really good one.
listening, tweet at us, comment,
Fresh Prince 2.
see what their guys
was
is.
a
I want to
sad
know
one.
what the people's
That was-
favorite series finale is. If you guys know a season, or if we didn't mention a season finale that we missed out that you guys really, really like, just go ahead and add it. Add us.
What's Adam Wisher watching?
Adam Wisher.
What's Alexander Dayu watching?
What are they watching? What
That's
are
what I
their
wanna know.
favorite? I'm pretty sure they're gonna. What was their guilty pleasure shows? Riverdale. What's this one, guys? Guilty pleasures. This is a while back. This is a throwback podcast. But
Oh yeah,
the guilty pleasure shows is like it's Riverdale, bro. I was like fucking Riverdale. But again,
there's some shows I probably watch
fuck
where it's like,
Psych, Monk. Oh my god, they're bringing me back.
oh god,
Those are like just OG shows that I used to watch a lot.
Frasier.
Fucking Frasier, like. But if we missed out on a good series finale that we missed out, let us know. Go ahead and add us, because that'll be it when it comes to talking
Lilo
about
and Stitch?
series
I was
finale.
kidding. Go ahead.
Lilo and Stitch.
Keep going. I was kidding.
Oh,
It was
you
a
better
joke.
be
It's
fucking
a
JK.
joke. It's a joke.
Well, that joke went
I see.
over my fucking head, dude.
Let me shut up.
Gaming news. Let's get into this. We're getting closer and closer. We're in May. We're 1 month away from E3, which means a lot more gaming news is going to happen, a lot more leaks, rumors, all this kind of crazy stuff is going to be happening.
Can you believe it's next month?
Next month is fucking E3, man. I'm excited.
quick.
Even though PlayStation is not going to be there, I'm still going to watch it. I'm still excited what Nintendo has to offer. I'm still going to be excited what Xbox has to
bringing
offer.
the heat this year.
Xbox, there's again at the very end of my bad, at the beginning of the podcast earlier today, like 2 hours ago, I was looking through my phone and I saw a rumor of like the leaked
Fable.
I saw like leaked information, like leaked
Fable?
stuff.
I love the leak fucking
Like
shit.
there's a bunch of
Keep it
leaks coming out, and I'm just like, I don't know if this
Wario
is true. They're
64.
talking about all this other stuff. They're talking about CPU, solid state drives, new
I-
Xbox, all this
Here's
weird
the thing,
shit.
If Xbox fucks up, they shoot themselves in the foot. They need to bring it because they've been like doubling down. So if you double down, you better like bring the fucking heat. I think we're gonna
And
see
it's so
Halo
funny.
Infinite. We're gonna
That's
see
the one that I saw.
all
Halo
the
Infinite.
all the studios they started to
2020.
acquire. We're gonna start seeing little teases and shit. And like, oh, they're working on this. We're not gonna show anything. We're not gonna give you a release date, but this is what they're working on.
Well, we going live stream it or what?
We'll see. Probably not.
Or we'll live tweet it. We'll live tweet it. I'll
Did
be
you
on
see
there.
our Jump Force stream? Shit was a disaster.
It was amazing though. Flowers look good. We
He
can't
did.
quit playing,
He
bro.
did. He was in the issue.
You were.
Our setup.
Boom,
was.
roasted.
It was a setup. You know, couldn't keep
But
it
the
constant.
reason why I bring this up is because PlayStation, the new gen PlayStation, PS5, we'll call it that for right now, they just keep coming out with like, they don't care about E3, so they're just giving out information left and right. And right now, I know we already talked about it before about the whole
Solid
exactly, solid state drive. But the main niche, the main thing that PlayStation is going to be going for is going to be no loading times. So again, I think last time they showed a demo of Spider-Man PS4 game, and it showed them going from loading times, and it just went super quick. Again, they did another video of it this time, like in-game loading, and they just showed how much more faster it is. Like it's ridiculously fast, and that's what people are saying is going to be the next gen, like stamp on PS5 is that no loading times. There's apparently generational backwards compatibility. So if I get the PS4, you have the PS5, we want to play FIFA together, we want to play Call of Duty together, guess what? We can still do that.
Unity.
I mean, I like the fact that, you know, our console players are gonna get a little bit of taste of that PC life. Not that I need a PC, but you know, it's good to have PC specs on my shit. You know what I mean?
True.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You know what I mean?
I'm smelling what you're stepping in, Flowers.
You know what I mean? That hype stank. I'm hyped for this PS5.
Fucking
Or
hell.
whatever they're gonna
I was
fucking call
purposely
it.
not trying to say hype
Yeah, you
this
know
whole
what's
fucking
coming.
time.
You know exactly where it comes.
God damn it. God damn it. I was hoping they didn't get through this podcast. But then again, but people are getting worried about now because obviously there's going to be newer tech. People are, the Cerny guy saying that, oh, no PC will have this CPU, GPU, all like no computer will have the specs that PlayStation has. And people are going to be like, whoa, hold on. What's the price going to be like? How's it going to run? Are we going to get 60 frames per second? They're just little worried. People are getting worried about the price. People are more worried about like, hey, give me 60 frames per second. I'm tired of playing 30 FPS. Like, give me 60. It looks so much more fluid, so much more better. And so there's just more concerns about this. And again, it's just because PlayStation is not going to be there. I want to bring that up is because, fuck, how are they going to compete with the E3 news? How is PlayStation? So again, E3 is going to happen, right? Xbox is going to drop news. Nintendo's going to drop news. All third party, you know, Activision, EA, Ubisoft, they're going to have their own conferences.
I hope Nintendo.
Guess what?
releases
Where's
a fucking,
PlayStation going to be in the mix? PlayStation's going to want to make some noise during E3. You really think they're going to take the back seat?
Are you really on the lookout for PlayStation like that? Like, you're just like, what are they going to do? What are they going to do?
What do you mean?
Are you like hyped for PlayStation's like?
I want to know what they bring to the table, yeah. Because again, I don't think they're going to be taking the
Non-E3?
back seat. Again, literally the biggest month for gaming, and PlayStation's like, nah, I'm out.
I feel like, PlayStation's gonna
how
have
Sway?
a PS5 or whatever like release date or announcement about it. Then we're gonna get like a lot of VR shit, and then like maybe like one or two games.
Mikey showed us really cool. The guys who created the London Heist. I remember when the PlayStation VR game came out, there was a really cool gun called the London Heist.
It was
Cool
part
game.
of their like their
one of the,
VR worlds.
VR Worlds, right? It was
Tech
part of the
demo,
VR Worlds. It
essentially.
was a really fun game. Like I
Yeah, when you're in
remember
the
a lot of
van and you
people.
just, like,
And then
with the
Mikey shared their new game that they're coming out. Blood and Thirst, was it?
Yeah, Blood and I don't know the exact name. I'm trying to look up something because there was shots
Oh, my bad.
fired from another publication about like PS5 can't outspec Stadia.
Yeah.
I forgot what outlet posted that article, but it was, and then a bunch of Stadia people were like, "This guy gets it." Blah 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 blah. But it was one of those things. It was very interesting to me that like I don't know. Now we're starting to get like to that point where it's like, oh yeah, you can't. And it's almost like we're starting all over again when Xbox came into the thing where it's like, oh, there's no way PS4 can outspec Stadia, but at the same time, it's like, well, your PlayStation, you don't need to fucking be connected to the internet to play PlayStation. What if the power goes out?
Boom, blackout.
I mean, I guess you can't play video games anyway.
Sitting on the couch watching the TV.
That's fucking funny.
Hold on, there was a. Let me get the name of that game. Blood and Truth.
Blood and Truth.
Yeah.
Blood and Truth.
Blood and Truth. Phenomenal. It's starting to push me into the PlayStation VR because now I'm so convinced there's so many games out right now that are like quality titles, and then now that's on the horizon as well. That tech, like that's why I don't think PlayStation has to worry about E3 hype, because Xbox, honestly, the onus is on them to do well. Because if they come out and they come out swinging and they have all this cool shit, cool, that's awesome. I don't think PlayStation's sweating it. I think PlayStation knows when they do their PlayStation thing, like they did on the PlayStation 4 when they announced it, and they had like all the roles and they announced what was going on and what they're doing and blah 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 blah, and they brought out all their first parties to like come show shit. They're gonna do that, and they're gonna now have all the press on them. Right now, they're not competing for press. Oh, well, and they're not being compared, right?
Yeah,
what Xbox do compared to PlayStation and Nintendo and blah, 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 right? And E3 is accessible just in terms of reporting. There's so much going on that, well, you're not really getting the spotlight. Whereas when PlayStation comes out, they know they're top dogs right now. They're killing it. They don't really have to worry about anybody else. So when they do their press conference, they're going to get all the press.
Yeah,
on
sure.
everything, everything that they
all
announce will be
all
covered, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think they're sweating it as much as Xbox is sweating performing.
I think
because Xbox, I don't think
right.
I don't think Xbox right now is their own worst enemy. Right? And not saying that they're doing bad now. They've been doing great, and they've been doing all like the changes people wanted to see.
Yeah.
Now it's on them to be able to say, "Hey, we're fucking here to compete again." Whereas PlayStation is still top dog, and they don't really have to sweat Xbox right now at this point. So Xbox is probably just, and they don't have to really worry about PlayStation right now because they know this is their time to shine. So I think if anything, they're fucking worried about how they're going to come out and how they're going to be receptive, because they know if they come out and it's just a lackluster E3 presentation, it's over.
It's over.
Not over for like them as like Xbox, but there now goes another generation where you're playing underdog.
No, exactly. It's another next gen generation where you're not even in the race. You're playing catch up rather than playing to like create, be innovative and things like that. You
know what's exciting? So I know I keep talking, but
go ahead.
We're finally gonna get to that point.
Shut the fuck
to where it's like, cool. If Xbox fixes their mistakes, we have Nintendo killing it right now, and if PlayStation can fucking hold the ball, right? They have the ball. They're running for the end zone. Just don't fucking fumble it, which they've done in the past, PS2 to PS3. If everybody is firing on all cylinders, it's gonna be interesting to see how sales numbers do. Because now we're going to get to the point to where it's like, well, no one's really in the lead because everyone's doing this, right? It's not like this and then trying to play catch up, right?
It's literally
where it's going to be equal footing. It's going to be they're going to be flying off the shelves. People are going to be converting to Xbox because if they show amazing shit, people will jump to Xbox. Like, people aren't afraid to do that. I remember that was a big thing with the PS3 to the PS4. People are like, nobody's going to leave Xbox. That's like the thing that they're invested in. Instantly, everybody jumped ship. Every fucking buddy besides like the hardcore like Xbox fans. So now it's going to be interesting to see, well, how is Sony going to be able to combat sales? Games. We're going to see better content. We're going to see more interesting moves taken. We're going to see, like, we'll talk about that later, but we're going to start to see interesting moves, and I think Sony knows that they're going to have competition now in terms of, like, this new hardware. So we're going to see them take a lot more risky shots, and same with Xbox, and I'm just excited at what that means for us, because we're about to get some dope shit. And let's say that comes out the bat, maybe the price is too high. I could see them cutting the price, because they can't lose ground. They cannot lose ground. So I can see an instant day one price cut, like they did on that. We learned that they did on the
on the actual PS4.
No, the 3DS, I believe. I learned this. I forgot who I learned this from.
I thought you told me.
Was it a guest? No, there was a. I was on. Maybe I was on a podcast. I don't know. Somebody was telling me that it was the 3DS. It was your friend. when we
was
saw
my friend.
Endgame. Anyway, he bought a 3DS at launch,
Shout
and
out
they
Freddie.
ended up cutting the price like a week after launch, and they refunded him in like games, like they gave him a bunch of free games because they ended up
that's how
doing
he
a
got
price
his
cut. Yes,
his little
yeah. So I could
okay.
see PlayStation doing some shit like that where it's like, fuck. All right, well, cut it $100 because we're too expensive. So now we're gonna start actually seeing that real competitiveness in terms of who can get the base, who can win, essentially. That's all. That's all I gotta say.
I mean, I agree. I think the riskiest move that Sony's making right now is really going into the VR automation, where they're really trying to take a stab at really getting VR, maybe take some Oculus's audience and the other VR competitors.
VR, cloud gaming. We talked about that last week with their partnership with Microsoft. So they are kind of working together, but at the same time,
They're not.
it's going to be a bloodbath.
I think right now Sony is more adventurous than really trying to keep the lead. Like they're trying to dabble in a little bit of this.
You know,
that when this does hit, and they already have gaming, then they have then they have VR and they have the first person studios to really bring everything full circle to really stay in the lead.
So the news
No.
essentially was that there was a leak, right?
Yeah.
Sorry to try to get
No,
this
you're
back on
good.
track. I know
I'll
I
let you
took it
go
way
slow.
off, but there's a leak at one of their investor meetings of them showing off like the motion in terms of how the process is, how it loads in the game so much quicker. So hype is building now for the PS5.
Exactly, and that's the reason why I was trying to bring it up, because I was saying since PlayStation is essentially taking the back seat, it's all eyes on Xbox to perform, and they don't give a lackluster show. And the same for Nintendo. Make sure Nintendo kind of comes out guns firing. Show me some more first party stuff. Show me some more kind of really cool, innovative stuff that they're going to be doing. I think for sure they're going to announce a new Switch, OLED screen, all that good stuff.
Yep.
And all that good stuff. But I know you guys were talking a lot about Sony being adventurous, and this is kind of the other news.
Nudes.
So you're absolutely right. Sony's dabbling into VR, all these different types of mediums, and one of the newest, coolest things that they announced, and I'm actually really, really excited for.
Hype stank.
Sony announces PlayStation Productions to bring gaming IP to film and TV. Finally, it's about damn time. They're finally giving the dedicated resources to making shows from their IPs. I'm tired of hearing Drake's Uncharted being in limbo. I'm tired of hearing The Last of Us being in this limbo of writing and those. Sony's taking control of their properties. They have so many games to kind of say, hey, you know what? We have enough rich story, rich detail, rich character to make a movie out of this.
They have the lore in the movies and TV shows. I'm
And
so excited.
So the cool thing about it is that they're finally going to be doing it. Sony has announced today the launch of new production called PlayStation Productions will adapt the company's video game IP into film and television. The Hollywood Reporter, which is the kind of guys who broke the news, is leading the Sony team veteran Assad Kuzbash. I butchered the shit out of that name. Who is the vice president, marketing, exclusive games at Worldwide Studios, like Pink's Expansion. And then Sean Layden. He's going to be he's going to be overseeing the projects. He's going to be the guy getting his hands
ahead
dirty.
of SCEA or A. They I know they renamed that, but he heads up. He's president of PlayStation.
Funny. So and they already announced a couple games. Like, hey, we announced PlayStation Productions, and they already hey, these are the two. I think they're announcing they already are working on Twisted Metal. That is one movie that they're going to be already working on, and I think the other one was Drake's Uncharted. I think
so. They're from what I saw is they're taking back the production of that and the rights to that movie, and they're gonna do it themselves.
Yeah,
because that movie has been in production since the PS3 era, and goddamn, I'm excited.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's finally a good time for Sony to take control, stop giving it to other people. We have our own production. We're gonna do what we want. We're gonna bring in the people who know how to make movies, give them what they need to make it. And again, it's beautiful. I'm fucking excited because the most one that I'm excited for is The Last of Us. Give me a Last of Us movie, and holy shit, it's gonna be day one. I'll be there.
They even said that they took inspiration from Marvel and what they did with their IP, right? Because it was the same kind of thing. They were licensing out their characters. These other studios, things weren't getting done, or when they were getting done, they're subpar. Just like the Ratchet and Clank movie, which I've talked about in depth. We even talked about this we had a listener question last week, Sean, about what movies we want to see be turned into shows or games.
Oh yeah, I think it was
Which
Frank.
who was that? Was that Frank?
I think it was Frank.
That son of a bitch. He knew.
He knew.
He knew. He had the inside
He
scoop.
fucking licked the story.
But here's the thing.
Well,
These-
I'll get in that question because
we did talk about like all the things that we really want to see being adapted.
Yeah.
But all this shit, if it's right, it's right. I think Twisted Metal lends itself to an excellent movie.
Oh,
he's a
no, hands
fucking
down.
psychopath, like rated R. He's a psychopath killer. He fucking slaughtered. Like they don't have to play by these rules. Of,
No, exactly.
Well, it has to be all PG. Because here's the thing: they have the Sony Pictures backing, right? So the Sony Pictures is going to help them with
Cameras,
animation,
all that.
camera. Yeah, right. Sony.
Oh, it's gonna be beautiful.
Yeah, they're loaded, right?
Oh,
In
it's gonna
terms
be
of
so
the
beautiful.
production side, they know how to make shit look good. Now they need the storytelling aspect, which I think in the character aspect and that invested franchise aspect, and that's what they have in PlayStation. So it's going to be very exciting to see like Twisted Metal, rated R, just gory. Like I'm sure they're going to try to get David Jaffe in on it. Like they're being genuine too about it. They're trying to keep it as
God of War movie.
exactly,
Like
and they're
that.
trying to make
That'd
it.
be
And
crazy.
it's not going to be like Ratchet and Clank, where it was, hey, let's take the cutscenes and let's do voiceovers with John Goodman and let's just put all the cutscenes
That's
together
it.
and make a movie. Whereas on this, it's like, if the Last of Us movie happens, I hope that they don't do the story of The Last of Us. I hope they don't. I hope that, and I know we talked
I
about
hope
this
they give
last
you the
week.
same impact of like. I hope they go for the same emotion and impact they give me.
Exactly in that world.
Yeah.
I want them to take that world. I want them to give us another story in that world. That's The Last of Us, right?
Yeah, if it's an exact like replica. 'cause
Exactly.
I don't
we've
want
seen
the
that
new
story.
Tomb Raider, like exactly like the Tomb Raider movies. You remember seeing the Tomb Raider movie, right?
Yes.
It's literally like you could go shot for shot from gameplay to the actual movie trailer. It would be the movie trailer of Tomb Raider, and then there's another video right underneath that said, "Hey, this is the gameplay of the actual game," and it did shot for shot. Like if I wanted to watch a movie, I just play the game. Like
Exactly. I think Sony
give me-
understands that. Like, look, we don't want regurgitated bullshit because games are their own medium. That's their own story, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So now let's take these characters and let's give them stories or their worlds, stories outside of their games, right?
Yeah.
Twisted Metal, I actually think plays even a lot better into a movie, right? And then you can, have a game come out later, and you don't have to time up anything.
Yeah.
And you can now build more investment into those characters. They see the value of building investment into characters like Nintendo has done so perfectly. So like a Sackboy, like
Animation
like
movie.
not even a show, right? Because
TV show.
some of these games, some of
I
these,
forgot about the television. I
some
totally
of
forgot about
some
that.
of these IPs lend themselves better to television. I
Yeah.
think Infamous movie, right? I think like Sly Cooper show,
Mhm.
Little Big Planet show. Like there are certain things that you can do on
PlayStation All Stars.
exactly. And what a fucking world! Fuck! What a
Damn it.
fucking world! If they pull a fucking Marvel and they tie all this shit together.
It's a
What if
Sony,
they fucking tie all this shit together and we get a
Sony
PlayStation
Cinematic
All-Stars
Universe.
movie in the PlayStation Cinematic Universe?
And some Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh
Ralph
shit,
I gave him an idea.
dog!
I'm sorry, guys.
We already have like shit like Detective Pikachu. We see how good how animation
That was
looks
actually a
really
really good
good
movie.
next
Have you
to
seen
like
the movie?
realistic.
Yeah, I mean, I could like I was trying to say. Think I see like a Wreck-It Ralph version, but all PlayStation characters. That'd
Yeah,
be sick. Like,
exactly.
the animation in that
And-
movie was amazing.
And now we've seen it to where it's like now we're getting movies where it's animation next to live action,
Mhm.
so it works. That would be and I don't think they're gonna
Yeah.
do it because I think that'd be
Nah.
very costly to do. But let's say the first 5 movies they do fucking excellent, right? And they just blow up, fucking really revered, winning, whatever, right? Like I can see The Last of Us or like an Uncharted movie winning like an Academy Award, right? So now you get the recognition, people are invested in this, and then all of a sudden they start dropping like little fucking here's Sly Cooper's cane in the background of this shot, right? And then they start that's their phase 1, right? And then they really start tying it together, and then we get a fucking phase 3 fucking PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale.
Less than a minute of thinking. That's what it came
Oh
out with
my
already.
god, it would be fantastic. But it sucks because I won't be able to see a Crash Bandicoot show because they don't own that IP. But I think if the shit gets big, who do you think Activision's going to go to for a Crash Bandicoot show?
No one else.
Are they
but
really going to try
Sony.
to do it like they've been doing, or like and Ubisoft's been doing with the licensing? They see that it doesn't work. Is Sony going to pull a Marvel and try to get that IP back into their lineup? Just like Marvel did with Sony with Spider-Man. And that's what I'm excited about, folks. Get excited!
Is that so? That's kind of my next question. Like, what would be? I mean, kind of that question, like Frank said. Like, if there was a Sony IP right now, what would be the first movie you'd want to be translated to the big screen, or at least movie show? What do you
You
got?
go, Mike. I have
You
we
got-
we talked about this last week, so
I know, I
I
was
don't
gonna
want to
say,
be too repetitive. But now that we like have confirmation on like what basically is in play, Twisted Metal was definitely one of them. So I'm excited to see that kind of come to life.
Yeah.
Would Metal Gear Solid count?
No, technically no. They could get the IP, but Konami plays it real
Konami.
fast and loose with that IP, and they kind of want it to die.
I feel like an Horizon Zero Dawn type of,
Oof.
Ooh,
or like a
Ooh.
Shadow of the Colossus
Bitch.
type of like movie or show.
Damn.
Like that'd be sick.
Yeah,
Those
and
are
that's
some
what I'm
good
saying.
ones.
They have
Those are
some
some good ones.
They have some even a Killzone. Like even though people don't like that game as much as like a
The
Halo
game,
as
the
a
universe.
as a
Give me a
game,
universe of
that
it though.
universe
Yeah.
where it's hey, these people are fucking slaughtered. They were nuked to death. No wonder they're pissed off. I think there's
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 actual-
there's depth
yeah,
in there
there's
in terms of
depth,
the
yeah.
story that Guerrilla Games has planted in terms of like, look, you're gonna go into it as like a war movie, right? And then you can start giving like the villain a little bit more depth in terms of like what's going on, why they're like that. Like this is you didn't see the whole 15 years ahead of this war that was this society
I know, I get you, I
basically
get you, I
being
get you.
fucked, right?
Yeah.
So a Killzone would lend itself really well to like a live action, full screen, big screen movie. Of course, Uncharted, Last of Us,
Give me
the usuals that we
me-
get. But in terms of TV shows, the biggest thing I want is the Sly Cooper TV show. That
That'd
is
be
the
really good.
biggest fucking thing I want from this. Sly Cooper, Ratchet and Clank, Jack and Daxter, right? TV shows, and then have
All
them
those series,
have
yeah.
them intertwine, have like the crossover, like the Jimmy Neutron Power Hour fucking crossover with Timmy
That
Turner.
show was
Apparently
that
Our
episode
Parents.
was so weird.
Yeah, but like, can you
It was
imagine
interesting,
that
though.
where it's like Ratchet and Clank, and then it comes in, and then it's like
Sly.
Sly Cooper,
Yeah.
and then fucking Jack and Daxter. That is my childhood, and I wanted to see it
I
happen.
want it right now. No, for me, for sure, 100% be like, give me the Uncharted, give me the Last of Us. Those two, give me that rich story, give me those details, give me all that, and I'll be perfectly happy with the production that they got. I know they're working on Twisted Metal, which I think is a fantastic, like, really entry movie to start off with. Give me a Twisted Metal series again, like you said, a game that was 90s being brought back to life now.
Well, even-
giving the history, the characters, like you're gonna be scrolling through this, you're gonna be looking at the movie, and you're gonna be like, shit, that was the guy that I used to be like as a kid, and character selection. That was a fucking guy, and now here he is, full character.
PlayStation has the nostalgia now, and even on the PS3 Twisted Metal, they did live action like cutscenes, and I just wanted more of that. Like I wanted more of the Needles Kane, like who's Sweet Tooth, like story, because it's just so fucked up, and like that's why you get David Jaffe, who's a fucked up individual in all
He is.
this. It's gonna be phenomenal. No offense, David. Like you're fucked up in like the best way possible. Like just your stories that you
You're
tell.
just fucked up.
Like
dude.
even like the original God of Wars, like the way like his mind works, like a lot of people's minds don't, and it might not translate. I mean, again, games, there's a lot of different things that go involved into gameplay because that's king, right? In terms of like how a game feels. So there's a lot more to worry about on the production side. But if you get David Jaffe involved in this, you son of a bitches, PlayStation over there, and you just give him free reign,
yeah.
you're gonna get a fucked up, twisted, perfect Twisted Metal story that actually gives you depth, and that's what I want.
No, exactly. I mean, again, I'm just glad they finally have the resources, so they don't have to outsource, and then somebody else have control and dabble into it.
Yeah.
Just don't give me that bullshit of like straight up game to movie. Don't give me game to movie. Don't give me that.
I already have the Ratchet and Clank Blu-ray. All right, we don't fucking need another one of those.
Another one.
Oh no, you already said you did.
Yeah, I already said
You
mine.
already think. So it's all good, man. I mean, I'm excited. PlayStation Productions, really good medium for it. Again, it's a market that they could definitely hit and go in all strides. So I'm excited for that. Really happy.
I mean, sounds amazing. If they do it right, like I said, if it's done
You gotta
right,
do it right.
if they do it right, don't ruin the game
Hold
and
on.
the story all in one.
He has
just
one of those weird
good
thoughts.
show.
Holy fuck, I'm excited, guys. I just realized what this means because back in the day, PS3 era, they tried like the television thing where they
Yeah.
make original content
I remember.
with like Core or whatever the fuck it was called with Jessica Chobot, and then the Tester. Can we get a TV show, The Tester, back? Now,
I remember.
now
Like that.
Sean,
That's
you got me. You got that look on their face. Like, what's the Tester?
What's the
The
tester?
Tester.
He didn't even ask that. Nobody asked
He had
that.
in
I'll
his
ask it
face.
now since he's
He
asking
had
me
it
to
in his
ask it.
face. He had it in his face. Like, what the fuck?
What is the
Tester?
tester?
The Tester is a reality TV show where it's basically you get 10 gamers in a house. It aired on the PlayStation Network. I think you can still download it.
I remember.
where it's 10 gamers in a house, right, or whatever the fuck amount
They
of
did
gamers it is.
you
You basically live in this dream house. Like the PS Vita was there before it was announced or released, shit like that, right, where they could just have free reign, right? Basically, like a dream for like a fucking nerdy guy like fucking us, or nerdy guys, gals, whatever. And then they run them through like these video game based challenges, and then they get eliminated, and then they're basically fighting for a job at Sony Santa Monica.
Yeah.
As a video game tester, and they work their way up. So like Will Powers, there's another guy, I forgot his name, but they basically won the competition. They got their foot into the industry, and they were able to make their way up. And now they're like pretty high people up in the gaming industry right now, all from that reality TV show.
Hey.
So it's like,
That's
I want to
crazy.
see shit where it's like, because that's the dream. Everybody talks about how they want to be in games, right? So now they get, cool, this is your chance. You get to the end of this, you get, I think it's like a cash prize or whatever, and then you get relocated, and then they get you a job there, and you basically learn how to do the job, and then what goes from there is up to you, right? So the more you grind, you work your way up. But that's awesome because it gives people a foot in the door. It's compelling content. It's a fucking great reality TV show. So, yes, I would like to see the tester make a comeback.
Make it a comeback. Bring it back. 2020.
I didn't even realize that. There's a lot more implications than just fucking the IPs that they have.
Their own shows, their own content, yeah.
Everything Sony.
That is amazing.
That'd be
It is muy good.
good old Sony being adventurous, you know? Take a step in somewhere, another direction. Do
Yes,
something
sir.
different.
To be excited.
Woo-wee! I'm excited.
That-
Tester, season 4.
Need Bungie
Get
to drop
tested
those
like you do
license.
for chlamydia.
Yeah, like Andreas.
Whoa.
But that's it, guys. I mean, that's it going to be for the news this week. Great conversation. It's good to be back. Love the conversation we had today.
Good to have you back. I
missed
missed you.
guys.
I was a little rusty on hosting. I don't know if you noticed.
No, yeah.
But I definitely,
You were
can't wait to
fine.
announce some stuff because I need to get back into hosting to like kind of tune up that skill.
That skill. You always got it, though,
It is
girl.
a skill. Yeah, I could turn it
I
on.
gotta work on it.
Wasn't as good. Before we did the conversion, I felt like I really hit my stride. And then that's why I'm
Yeah.
excited. I'm excited to get back
Get
into it.
back into it. That's awesome, man. I'm good. So, yeah, that's going to be it for this week's episode, guys. Thank you guys for listening, watching, wherever you guys are watching this, reading, seeing this from, whatever it may be. Tambo said he forgot to press record, but it's okay. I know you're trolling. Go fuck yourself. Don't play with me. But just to let you guys know, just reminders, please. Old Games Old, hosted by Eli Shaw and Noah. They have another episode that came out last week. This week, I think there was no episode, but I know they got another episode. Episode 6, Custom Robo and Dragon's Dogma. They definitely go into it.
They're bi-weekly. So
Bi-weekly,
every other
so-
Monday.
But definitely another good episode that they drop. Don't forget to watch our show, Completely Consensual. It drops on Friday. Then
Every
we got
Friday.
Then we got Couch Clashes. Holy shit, this is where I'm rusty in now because I forgot how to do this. Couch Clashes drop Wednesdays,
Except this Wednesday.
except this Wednesday. Technical difficulties. I was out of town.
Not directed toward anybody.
Not directed. I mean, last name rhymes with flowers.
Rhymes with fuck you. My bad, guys. My bad.
It's all good. He doesn't want to post the one where I win because I get dubs. Because I'm in Burt
The one where you
FBI.
win comes out. That's the one that's coming out.
That's the one that's coming out? Hey,
Yeah.
post that shit now, dog.
It's still coming out this week.
But we got that,
It's not
guys. We
Wednesday.
got Clash coming out for you. Make sure to look that out on YouTube Gaming /Chiptooth.
Holy
YouTube Gaming.
shit. YouTube.com.
/Chiptooth Gaming.
YouTube.com.
Damn, why did I say YouTube Gaming? It doesn't even make
I
sense.
don't know. I have no idea.
I
You
don't
son
know,
of a
man.
bitch.
Thinking too fast.
Our Switch Fix contest ended. So the announcer, the winners should have been reached out to by Switch Fix. I'll get the winners just so we can announce the winners on the show.
Congratulations.
And I have a surprise for you guys too. I don't know if I've received them yet, so we'll see.
Yes.
We'll see.
I'm going to be going to Fanime this weekend, so I'm excited.
Nerd.
Who asked you?
I was going to mention.
Who asked you?
Because what I was going to say is Flowers would go too, but oh, wait. He's not a weeb like we all thought he was.
So you tried to embarrass me.
I did.
Why didn't
So
you
nobody
invite Flowers?
asked you.
He's not going to go.
You see?
He would have.
You see that?
Oh,
What?
out of everybody at this table, Flowers wouldn't have gone. What about the Crash Bandicoot
Follow us on
thing
Facebook
that we
at
filmed? And
Chip
this son of a
Tooth
bitch
Gaming.
bailed
Doubt
on
me.
me the day of. And
Follow
Flowers
us.
wasn't originally going to go to that. And Flowers went. He made it happen.
Dude, why
Did you make it happen? I'll
Follow-
stand by. I
You're
gotta tell the
yelling.
people the
You're
truth.
yelling.
I gotta tell the
You're
people
yelling.
the truth.
You're yelling right now.
I still love you though.
It's also
Today you got chlamydia too.
That's my that's my retribution. All right, it's all good. But please, guys, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, CTG Vids. You can also follow my man over here, Double D Doherty at Cheeks_Junior.
Check me out. Follow me at Cheeks_Junior.
Slide it in DMs.
DMs.
Then you got the ever so nasty, that kid Flowers.
Ooh, I like that.
That's me. What's up, y'all? Or goodbye now.
Goodbye now.
Goodbye.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Completely Consensual.
There it is.
And then don't forget Tambo in the back. Say it louder in the back, Tambo. What's good?
Hey, and if you want to cop this sweet Tambo vlog shirt, go ahead and go link in the bio. Also, teespring.com/stores/CT Gaming. Get the Chip Tooth Gaming shirt. Get our very loud, our very proud, Completely Consensual all over hoodie, 90s themed. We got stickers. We got old game old shirt. We got fucking so much. We got just plain completely
more
consensual
coming
turds,
too.
and we got more coming, and that's
Right.
what's important.
It's gonna get better.
We're always coming here at Chip Tooth Gaming.
It's gonna get
I mean,
better.
guys,
It's gonna
you
get
know,
plentiful.
Follow me, the host, Jesus Christ, at Compa Andres. Don't forget to get the merch. Don't forget to follow, rate, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you guys for listening. Until next time.
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 Until next
Until
time.
next time.
We'll talk to you soon.
We'll talk to you soon.
TTYL.
Until next
Talk
time.
to
Hashtag
talk to you
hacks.
next time.
Until next time.
Hashtag
see you guys later.
BYOB.
Until next time.
Until next time. See you guys later.